What's up guys, it's Tommy here and welcome to the latest Liverpool transfer news video, and I'm very excited about this because we have confirmation from the Lille president himself that Nicolas Pepe's exit from Lille is almost done, and he has been heavily linked with Liverpool. You know, even the Lille president said that Liverpool have talked with Nicolas Pepe's agent. So we are one of the big clubs who are rumored to be the destination of Nicolas Pepe. We don't know 100% yet which club Nicolas Pepe is going to, but I think there is a very big and a very good chance that it is Liverpool, because Nicolas Pepe himself said that he wants to play for Liverpool. There has been reports about that in various news sources as well. So in this video we will take a look at what the Lille president said and what that means in terms of the Liverpool situation. So if you enjoy these transfer news videos, please leave a like. It really helps me out, and it just takes a second for you guys to press that like button, subscribe and turn on the bell notification so you never miss the latest Liverpool transfer news. And this is what Gerard Lopez, the Lille president, said in a French outlet. Our work is done in terms of departures and arrivals. If a player leaves, we will go and get what we need. Basically, he's saying here that if another player leaves Lille, they will just replace him with a similar type of player. And for Nicolas Pepe, and this is what the Lille president said, it is almost done, and he could have even left last summer. It is true that there are big offers and big clubs in for him, so I think he will leave. Aside from that, you never know in football. So that is almost like confirmation that Nicolas Pepe's transfer is almost done. It is almost finalized, and I'm very excited about this, because this is what the Get French Football News website is reporting. I'm really excited about this transfer because Nicolas Pepe would be absolutely perfect for Liverpool. He's 24 years old. He scored 23 goals for Lille, the second most goals in the French league behind Mbappe. He is a very fast, skillful player. He can play anywhere across the front line, and I think he would be able to really help Liverpool in the next 5 or 6 seasons, because even Jurgen Klopp said in a recent interview that Mane and Salah and Firmino played so much football in the past 12-13 months. They need a break, they need a little bit of rest, and I think it would be ideal if we have a player apart from those three who we could start, and the quality, the level, the drop-off won't be as big as it is with, no disrespect, but Origi or Shaqiri or even Harry Wilson or Ryan Brewster. They are not on the same level or a similar level to Mane, Salah and Firmino. But if Liverpool can sign Nicolas Pepe, we could rest either Mane or Salah or even Firmino in some games and start Nicolas Pepe, and Liverpool not only wouldn't lose a level in terms of attacking threat, we wouldn't need to change any tactics. With Nicolas Pepe, we can play almost the same way in a few months that we are playing right now with Mane, Salah and Firmino up front. Some Liverpool-based journalists keep denying these stories, but I just find it very strange that journalists on the continent, especially in France, keep running this story almost every day. There are news articles, there are news outlets reporting that Nicolas Pepe is a big target for Liverpool. So I'm not sure who we should believe at this point, but I think since the Virgil van Dijk transfer fiasco, Liverpool are keeping their cards very close to their chest, if you like, and they don't like debriefing any English journalist, any Liverpool-based journalist, just to prevent a similar situation happening. Because remember that Liverpool screwed up the Van Dijk transfer in the summer 2 years ago, when we had to wait until January to sign Van Dijk, and that probably cost us a chance to actually be in the title race the season before last season, in 2016-17 season, because without Van Dijk, Liverpool conceded 2 many goals in the first half of that season. And I think that Liverpool learned a very harsh lesson there, because we almost got a big punishment from the Premier League because of tapping up a player like Van Dijk, and we don't want a similar situation to arise in this scenario. So Liverpool basically are keeping very quiet about any player or any players that we are talking to. And Nicolas Pepe was the only player in Europe's top 5 leagues to have 100 plus shots, with win 100 plus fouls, and complete 100 plus take-ons in the league in 2018-19. So he had 118 shots, 108 fouls won, and 102 take-ons, and he also scored 23 goals and got 11 assists to show for it. So he was involved in 34 goals in total, which is very impressive. Manchester United, Arsenal and Bayern Munich are all interested in Nicolas Pepe, and I really want this guy to go to Liverpool, because I think his physicality, his pace, his power, his playing style would be perfect for the Premier League, and it would be perfect for Liverpool. And I really think that Liverpool need a player like Nicolas Pepe. Because look at Manchester City, look at what we are competing against. They have Mahrez and Gabriel Jesus on the bench, and they also signed Rodri from Atletico Madrid, so they are even stronger than last season. And Liverpool also need to strengthen if we want to win the Premier League. And I think Jurgen Klopp and the whole Liverpool squad are really focused on winning the Premier League. And Liverpool have the money to do the transfer, so why not go for it? Why not grab this opportunity and strengthen Liverpool even further, make them even stronger, and make them, even more likely to win more trophies in this coming season? Because Liverpool will be in 7 competitions, so we have a bucket load of trophies available to win. But I think we need a bigger and a better squad, and it's fine that we have Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, Lallana, Joe Gomez coming back from injury. We also have Brewster, Harry Wilson, Ryan Kent, Ben Woodburn and other young players, Larouci, Kiana Hover as backup players, but we need just one first team quality addition, in my opinion, just to make it sure that if Liverpool get a few injuries, we will still be as strong as right now. So that's my opinion. I really hope that Liverpool go for this transfer, because I think we need it. And last night there was a tweet from a journalist who confirmed that Liverpool are buying Naby Keita. Remember that transfer? That transfer was first confirmed by Seydou Kandé, and this journalist has been saying that Nicolas Pepe will be coming to Liverpool since March this year. And what he tweeted last night was Pepe and a check next to his name, which means that apparently the transfer is complete. I'm not sure how reliable this guy is, but he was the first to break the news that Naby Keita is going to Anfield, is going to Liverpool. But I think there is something in this. There is definitely no smoke without fire, so I really hope that this is true, and I really hope that Liverpool sign Nicolas Pepe, because I'm a really big fan of him. If you watched his highlights, if you watch all his goals that he scored for Lille, he's a terrific player, and he would be perfect for Liverpool's very good counter-attacking system. And Jurgen Klopp gave a detailed interview on Liverpool's transfer policy to the Liverpool Echo. So let me tell you what Jurgen Klopp said, and I quote, "It's not easy. I said last year that to improve the team, it is not easy with reasonable money. With crazy money, you can always do it. Okay, you pay whatever you want, then it's possible. We are not a club like that. We cannot do that. We are really wealthy, but we cannot do what some other teams are doing. That's how it is. We don't have to. We have to find solutions during the season. Yes, you find sometimes the solution in the transfer market, and we have done that before. I don't have to name the players, everybody knows. But otherwise, you have to find the solutions on the training ground, and that's what we do now. So this indicates that maybe Liverpool won't make a big money transfer in this summer transfer window, so that's still possible. But I think Liverpool is still looking for transfers and we're still looking for players to buy. And this is what Jurgen Klopp said: we are still looking, but it will not be the biggest transfer window of Liverpool. It just will be a transfer window. We will see what we do, and if we haven't done anything by the end, it will be for different reasons. It's about using this team. In the transfer window, you have to build a team that you think you want to go into the season with, but I have that team already. If we bring somebody else in that makes it even better, we will see, but if not, this team is already there. And again, we will have to find solutions at different moments during the season. We started last season with 5 centre-backs, Nat Phillips included. Then there was one match day against Brighton when there was Virgil van Dijk left and Fabinho next to him. Had one of them gone out, then I wouldn't have known who could do it. Who could play centre-back? You cannot be prepared for everything. You need a bit of luck, and we had a little bit of it in the final part of last season. We came through, won something, and now let's try that again. And Jurgen Klopp also revealed the Liverpool's transfer policy is that rather than stockpile players in every position to ensure quality cover, Liverpool boss Jurgen Klopp prefers a space in which talent is allowed to breathe and develop. If a player is good enough, they will have a chance to prove it, with Trent Alexander-Arnold and Joe Gomez ultimate examples. It may not, as Klopp readily admits, be what some people want to hear, but it's an approach the shimmering silverware lifted in Madrid suggests more than works. Yeah, we won the Champions League, so it works that in some cases, instead of signing an experienced backup player, Jurgen Klopp uses young players in backup positions, and sometimes those players grow into first team players like Trent Alexander-Arnold, like Joe Gomez, and like other players in the works as well. And this is what Jurgen Klopp said: transfer strategy has to be long term. It has to be long term. Short term covers the problem but doesn't solve it. If someone gets an injury and you buy someone to fill the position and 3 weeks later the injured player is back, then you have double quality in the same position. Having too much quality doesn't help with the development of players. It's good for everybody on the outside, because they can say, well, if he can't play, then he can play, or the other player can play. If you are working together all week and then 3 of the players of the same quality in the same position can't play, they won't get any better. It's not just about them staying confident in that kind of situation. You have to create a situation where you need the player, you need the boys. That's what we try. We have 100% always long-term plans. That's what is really good about this football club. And Liverpool won't rush back Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, for example. So what is possible for for Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain this season? This is what Jurgen Klopp answered: it's up to him. Life can sometimes be about luck, and he had a really unlucky time with the injury. 2 seasons ago, when he got injured, he was in the shape of his life, looking so positive. I'm so happy with how it looks at the moment, but of course we are going to have to see. But Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, come on, fit. If that's not a new signing, then I don't know. To buy him after the impression we got when he played for us, what do we think the price would be to buy that level of player? My comment, 50 million at least, but because he is English and Premier League proven, maybe even more. Ryan Brewster, Joe Gomez, Adam Lallana, it's all clear. Jurgen Klopp continued: we have these players, now we have to use them. If they are playing, then good. If not, then they have to push the others. That's how it should be. That's how good squads work, and that's what we believe in. Just a brilliant interview by Jurgen Klopp and a very good insight into Liverpool's transfer policy. So I don't think Liverpool fans should really panic. Even if we don't sign anybody, there is no guarantee that Nicolas Pepe is going to Liverpool. I'm really hopeful that all these news coming from the continent, from France, will amount to the transfer being finalized. But ultimately, we are in the hands of Jurgen Klopp, one of the best managers in world football. He already proved himself by winning the Champions League at Liverpool. And I think he will win many trophies. We just have to trust his judgment, and ultimately he knows what is best for Liverpool FC from the inside. So let's hope that we will deliver this season some trophies again. And Liverpool's chairman, Tom Werner, also gave an interview to Liverpool FC. You look at the leadership of Jurgen Klopp. I try to study it myself because I think he would be a world-class CEO for any company in the world. He certainly has matched our expectations. We hear around the globe that he could be one of the great managers, not just in Liverpool's fine history, but ever in football history. I do think he is just a terrific person, kind, humble, great sense of humor, devoted to his players, one of the more extraordinary characters I've ever met in my life. What a compliment by a very, very successful chairman who is, in the ownership group of FSG. And he continued, to be a chief executive officer, you need entrepreneurial ideas, to be able to take charge with confidence, to leave no stone unturned in the operations of the organization. A CEO is someone willing to take risks for the benefit of everyone, to be fearless in decision making and to lay out a clear visionary direction. A successful CEO is someone who creates a culture of interaction, who earns the trust of those that they lead, who in turn have confidence in them, and is someone who sets high expectations without destroying the morale of those who fail to meet them. The CEO stays motivated with their finger on the pulse of the latest movements, but also someone who is able to use their own upward trajectory to draw on years of experience. To be successful in the role, one has to keep innovating, improving, and above all, demonstrate exactly why the top role is being held. Now replace Chief Executive Officer with Manager and replace it with Jurgen Klopp, and then he makes a world-class CEO. Jurgen Klopp combines all of these traits and qualities, but with the crucial human ingredient. Not only is he unbelievably successful as a manager, but he has achieved incredible things in football, while also remaining a very highly likable personality in the game. And it's perhaps that fact that sets him aside from other managers as one of the best, if not the best managers of the current era. And certainly Jurgen Klopp is probably liked by most of football fans. If you even ask Manchester United or Chelsea or even Everton fans, some of them will admit that Jurgen Klopp is a brilliant character, even though as they hate to say it. And if you ask a neutral football fan, a fan of, for example, Real Madrid, or a fan of, a German club or a Spanish club or an Italian club, most will say that Jurgen Klopp is one of the best managers, but also a great guy, and I think they love their interviews. And I have been enjoying this Liverpool era under Jurgen Klopp probably more than any other era in Liverpool Football Club's history, and I'm just so happy that we are successful now. We are back among the Premier League's best and Europe's best clubs, and I think the next 3 years, even if Jurgen Klopp leaves after that, the next 3 years will be terrific. What a ride, and I'm really looking forward to covering it on this channel, so stay tuned. And Liverpool make a transfer decision on Ovi Ejaria, who was on loan at Rangers and then at Reading last season. And according to the reports, we will allow Ejaria to join another club on loan. And that club could be Brentford. They have been the most in touch with Liverpool. So I'm really hoping that this goes through, because Ejaria is not in the first team plans and he needs to play to just maybe make his value higher, or just develop, and maybe one day he will be back in the Liverpool fold. But if not, we can always sell him for a decent amount of money if he does well at Brentford. So good luck to him. He needs to play at this stage of his career. And Liverpool left back Andy Robertson said this about pre-season: we are just trying to get our touch back and our rhythm back, and fitness of course, but it's all about trying to combine it into one. If you can play in these scenes and be in these scenarios, then you can probably play in anything. We are just trying to get sharpness back, because we are just a wee bit off that now. We need to try to get up to that level. Once we do, I'm sure you will see a lot better football from us. And yes, it was disappointing that Liverpool lost to Dortmund and then to Sevilla, but you have to take it into account that Liverpool's first team stars are just back from a holiday and they are not at their sharpest. So I think as we go closer and closer to the start of the season, Liverpool will start playing sharper football, and hopefully results will come. Sporting is the next game that we are playing, and I'm looking forward to that. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. See you later. Have a nice day. Goodbye.